Right. I think today is our last Tech Tuesday. So I'm happy a lot of people are able to make it. Let's see a minute. Well, Bruce, I will go ahead and let you go over.
Okay, very good. Good morning, everyone. Thank you again for joining us and being a part of this kickoff activity, Tech Tuesday. This is the first time that we've done this, but it will not be the last. We're planning some additional activities throughout the remainder of the year. And we really want to, especially for this initial group, to really stay together, to communicate with one another, to learn more about each other's businesses, and to do business with each other in this very, very, very challenging time. We really need to have our spirits strong, and we need to find time to become very clear and focused on what our agenda is, recognizing that we would not have this idea or these ideas that we have unless it was possible for us to carry them out. These ideas are inside of us, placed in us because we have the power and the capability to manifest these ideas in real life. But also we're connected in this place and time, just as we are on this call, with some very powerful individuals. The people that are on this call are just like us, able to do all things perfectly and in order with the strength that lies within us. And we must recognize that we are our sisters and brothers' keeper. So in this effort to be about business and be about serving customers and bringing something forward, we have to recognize that we have help. No one is beyond getting help and asking for help. And a lot of times our help is closer than we could have ever imagined. And I think the talent that is reflected on the folks on this screen today is all the talent necessary to change our own lives, to change the lives of those that we care about in our communities, and change the entire landscape of the city of Chicago. So this is important business, this is important work. And we've got some tools and some resources, but most of all, hopefully we have each other. And I'm hopeful that today, again, will not be a conclusion, it'll be a conclusion of this month of August and these 4 Tuesdays in August. But it's time for some real stand up and breakout success stories in our own lives and these business activities that we are creating. So let's make a commitment today to really, again, learn about each other, to take the time to reach out to one another. If you don't already know everyone on the call, you look around and you see Mona Ford, Rita McClendon, Beatrice Steele, Terry Perdue, Dottie Willis, Jacqueline Franklin, Claudette Riddick, Ed Backner, Joe and Connie, Erica Ferguson, Sandra Davis, and Tindra Trippett. So thank each and every one of you all for being here. Again, please, if you haven't already done so, hopefully everyone here today is a member of the Facebook alumni page. One of the things we're going to talk about today in this last session is how to use social media more effectively to support our business goals. And, you know, social media is really all about that first word, social. I don't think African Americans have a problem being social for the most part. We claim that we are, introverts or extroverts or whatever, but I know one thing. We like to have a good time. We like to enjoy our friends and family. We like to talk. We like to be quiet too, but we're socially engaged. That is the legacy and the history of Black people, to be social, to be communal. And so if you look at social media, it is an extension of what being social is all about. Sharing good news, enjoying each other's company, providing some uplift, raising up something, when we get together as family for holidays, even though in this time of COVID, a lot of that has been curtailed, and a lot of us miss that. We miss the camaraderie of church, of community, of family. And so a lot of people have turned to social media as an outlet for engaging and communicating and sharing both wins and losses, transitions in life. And I think African Americans, Black people use social media very, very powerfully, in very powerful ways. But when it comes to business, we have to separate the business use of social media. But again, we have to look at it in the context of what being social is all about. And so, again, it's not numbers. It's not how many people you have following you on your Facebook page or Instagram page, and are you an influencer? It's really the time that you take to really get to engage and to know and to listen and understand and create strong, trusting relationships. So, you could just have a small group of people, depending on the kind of business you have. You don't have to serve the world. People don't have to know about you in California. But the people that need to know you need to really know you, know what you stand for, know your story, know what you're committed to, know at the end of the day, what are you set up to actually deliver. And once that bond is set, I don't know about you, but I have friends that I've been connected to for a very, very, very long time. And just like family and friends, respect, integrity, trust, truth really matter, especially in times of challenge and times of need. So you have to know who you're communicating with, communicate authentically, honestly, seriously, and and be on the positive, especially when it relates to your business and your story, what you are choosing to communicate. So a lot of us, again, have to draw a line. It's nothing wrong with, what you may do on a personal level. But when it comes to business, you want to separate your social communication to be specifically about that which your business is here to make a difference in the world about. And you want to have a story, a communication platform, and you want to stick to that platform. So when somebody says, well, what is he talking about? What are you talking about? You say that, hey, what she's talking about is positive, is business. It's about what her business is. You go to her Instagram page, anywhere you want to find that person, they are conveying that message consistently, regularly. And I look for it. I like to see it, because I know when I'm trying to get that some kind of thing, I know where to go to find it. And that's what a brand is all about. Consistent, messaging that stands up, and that at the end of the day, that's what that brand is communicating. So we're going to look at some things real quickly, some examples, and go through some things. So let me start sharing what I got up here and find some stuff on the screen. How's everybody doing today? People okay?
Doing good, thank you.
Wow, thank you. We hope you well as well.
Thank you. All right. Hmm. My share is acting a little funny here. Let me keep trying here. Maybe it'll get together. All right, there we go. Okay, so hopefully everybody sees this page. So there's our last Tech Tuesday for August, but we're going to come back with a lot more things real soon. You know, today we're going to discuss really this notion of social media as a way of expanding our network. And we're going to go through some real stories. You know, many of you have probably heard the term who, what, where, why, and when. And this really relates to social media. You know, who are you on social media? Now, we know that you may have a Facebook page under your name, or you may have another name that you're using, but when it comes to your business, you want a business presence on social media, and you want to tell a business story on social media. So again, if you have a personal Facebook page or personal Twitter, personal Instagram, you want to separate that and establish something specifically about your business so that you can tell the story of who your business is. You want to pick where you choose to be social, where you connect. And there's a term that you may have heard recently, people talk about tribe. That's an interesting term, but it suggests that there is a comfortable connection you have with a group or community, and you need to be clear about who that community is and engage with them in that kind of community way. So the interesting thing about being social is social has as much to do with listening as speaking, and also listening and speaking within a certain connection. So again, just like when we're all on this call today, because we participate on the Sunshine Facebook page that is designed to help build community. Now, there's almost 900 folks that have been through the Sunshine program over the several years that it's been happening. And we've got just about 350, 60 people that are connecting on Facebook. But there needs to be a lot better engagement there where we can, again, be social with each other in a business setting. But you want to know, where can I connect with that audience, that connection that I have? Is it in my neighborhood? Is it Woodlawn? Is it the South Side? Is it the West Side? Is it, you know, through my church? Is it my connection with those folks that I'm an alumni? Maybe I'm part of a sorority or fraternity. All of these things are avenues for connecting with people that we have something in common with, and we want to be part of that community. We certainly, as entrepreneurs, want to be part of entrepreneurs that are successful, making profits on the way up. And so that has a lot to do with who we pay attention to, what we read, who we follow, and ultimately who we want to follow us. So that speaks to, certainly from a marketing and a business perspective, you want to be really clear about who your audience is. And the goal is having a very solid, strong understanding and relationship with that audience. And really, you've got to build relationships, one relationship at a time, and make it something, because ultimately from that audience, and what is true about social media is your audience is really going to take your message to the rest of the world. And so the stronger relationships you have within the Sunshine family, within the context of who you serve and who's connected to who you serve, the more they understand and feel good about what you're able to provide, they're going to be your word of mouth is still the most powerful strength in marketing. And word of mouth is really the basis of all social media. Is what are people saying about you to their connections and other people? How does that word pass along? And so again, it is about listening and learning. And certainly your goal is, as you're able to gain customers and people who learn and benefit from the services you provide, they're your best storytellers, because if they know, if you have a story and your customers are able to get that story down just as good as you have it, and then they can share it, then you're pretty much off to the races from a success point of view. I want to bring up something that we discussed earlier, and let me go over here and see if I can find it real quick. And that was this form here. Everybody here see the key contact form? You see the key contact form on the
Yes.
screen? Okay,
Yes.
good. Did everybody remember that? I think that might have been from the first or second class. Did everybody get a copy of this?
I didn't send that out, but I can, I wasn't sure if if you wanted me to share that
Okay.
with
Yeah,
everybody,
please,
but I can get
please.
it out to everybody.
Yeah, please send it out. We'll send it out after today, send it out again. But this is really where there's a couple of very important things about social media, but ultimately you want to have a database of your key contacts, and you want to have that not necessarily, on your phone. You want to have it somewhere in a database that you have some control over. And again, not just in Facebook or LinkedIn, but you want to have this information just as I'm showing it here. And I like to tell folks that if you can get 100 people and have this form filled out for 100 people, and make as your goal to really engage, communicate, share, understand, listen, talk to, do business with, the 100 folks. And here's what you want from those 100 folks. You want to know their name of their company mailing address, phone number, office phone, mobile phone, email, want to know their website. And then as it gets to social, you want to know, how do you find them on Facebook? Now that could be, how do you find them on Facebook personally? How do you find their Facebook business page? How do you find them on LinkedIn? How do you find them on Instagram? What is their Instagram handle? What is their YouTube location? How did you get connected to them? Who did you meet this person through? Did you meet him through Sunshine? Did you meet him through Bruce Montgomery? What's your connection to them? And then when did you add them to your list of 100 contacts? Now this is, again, there's a lot more information you may want, but if you have this information on 100 people, I got a question for you. If you have 100 contacts and this page is filled out for 100 people, how many people are you able to be in touch with? Somebody just give me a number. If you have this if you have all this information on 100 people, how many people can you communicate with if you have this on 100 people?
100 people.
Okay, any other answers? Any other? Bertrice, what do you think? Jacqueline, what do you think? How many people can you communicate? If you have this for 100 people, how many people are you in touch with?
It's
What about
exponential.
1,000?
Yes, it's exponential.
Why?
Because they know people who know people.
There you go. Okay. So somebody who gave that answer?
Sandra.
Sandra's a smarty pants. She said exponential. Ooh, big word. Okay, but the point is accurate. The point I was trying to make here, and she picked it up, is each person is connected to people on Facebook, people on LinkedIn, people on Instagram, people on YouTube. So, and I don't, there's others, Twitter, Pinterest, all these other things, but this person, the average person maybe is connected to 50, 100, 1,000 people on Facebook. You don't even know. But if they were to share something that you share with them, you have like was mentioned by Sandra, you got an exponential number of people that you're communicating with. So this 100 people, this is like if your company could have 100 salespeople, that's kind of what this relates to. And you don't get them talking about you just because you put one thing on Facebook. You have to talk to them. And another thing, one of the things you want to find out from your customers is how they prefer to hear from you. What do they prefer to hear from you? So some people might say, well, keep me on your email list. I want to, know about specials and offers and different things you do. I want to subscribe to your email list. Some people might say, well, I don't really check my email all the time, but if you send me a text message, that's the best way to get me and let me know what's going on. Some people check Facebook 3-4 times a day. Other people check Facebook, once a month. So you need to know and have a sense, and you might highlight on your sheet, hey, this person is a mobile guy. He wants to know about different things going on, hear from me, text message every now and then. You might want to highlight, hey, this person's a real influential person on Facebook. He may have 2,000 or 3,000 people. She may have 2,000 or 3,000 people. So I definitely want her to know what I'm doing because that person is an influential person. In one of my times of teaching classes, I had a friend of mine I have a friend who is a very active social person. And when I just shared with her that I was doing this workshop, she had blown it up on Facebook, and 100 people showed up to this workshop I was doing. And it was just amazing. So that's the power of influence and knowing, who people are that you're connected with. So again, my suggestion is when you're starting out, and let me ask the question, has anybody started to do this already? Where you have 10, 20, 30, and you got at least this information on a certain number of people that are your prospects or customers or people you like to be customers. Anybody start something like this already? Anybody? Jacqueline, you started this already?
No, not really.
You're gonna start tomorrow?
I will, because I like the idea of exponential growth.
Okay. Yeah, we all like the idea of exponential growth. You're right. Okay, so everybody's going to get this form, and it takes a little while to fill out. And so when you first get it, you may have just some of this, but as you go along, and then the thing about it is you can really search people out. You can search people out on LinkedIn. I make a habit of every time somebody gives me a business card, I go on LinkedIn and see if I can find them on LinkedIn. And then if I can, I send them, hey, I just met you at Sunshine. You seem like a pretty cool person. Let's hook up on LinkedIn. And you can invite them to be part of your network. And you would be surprised how your networks can expand. So let me go over a few things here and keep it moving here real quick. So some things to remember when you're using social media. Can everybody see this page here? 6 social media marketing guidelines to follow. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So you know, no matter what platforms you're using, and again, I'm going to share all of these things with you today, but I want to get some fundamentals out first. Make sure that when you are communicating with your business, that wherever possible, you are trying to share something to give your customers something valuable. So either a special offer, you know, maybe a little bit of time, maybe a coupon, you know, something that when people see it, they can make a decision to do something with the information that you're giving them. So you want to plan how you are communicating and say, when I look at what I'm posting, am I putting information on my Facebook or Instagram that is benefiting, this valuable information? Now, it could be, you know, it could be encouragement. It could be something, a positive statement. But from a business perspective, you want to share things to encourage people to take action to engage your business in the service you offer. So it could be an offer for a free estimate. It could be, you know, a discount coupon. Buy one, get one free. Come in on Fridays for our Friday afternoon special. Book with me during the month of September, and you'll get this kind of addition for the regular service we provide. We'll kick in this a little something special, because you want to be able to track how people respond to the offers that you're doing. And really, social media is used by a lot of companies to test what gets people really excited. And then once they find that out, then they put more resources behind it to move it along. Number two, you want to recognize that there are different types of influencers who people listen to and relate to as it relates to your type of business. So if you're in real estate or construction or property management, it's certain people in those areas that may have an audience, a following. When you go and you look at their Facebook page. So one of the good things about social media is it's an excellent area to do research. If you go to someone's Facebook business page and they have 50 people, and you go to someone else's business page and they have 50,000 people, then you get a sense of who's engaging, who's communicating, who has a network. And if that network can pick your product up and start talking about it, now you have, just like the exponential part comes in, because you're able to be recognized by other people with a larger platform. And this also ties into the notion of public relations. So, you know, all of us are impacted today by media because of COVID and everything. People are working from home. They're looking at TV. They're listening to the radio. They're online. So a lot of things are happening very fast, and where you can get your story out. And the good news is that media, radio want to do stories about Black-owned businesses. You know, this is Black Business Month in August. So, you know, this was a great month. It kind of came and went very quick. It's surprising how fast time is moving, but find out who are the influential people and maybe places that'll share your story on their platform, thereby giving you a bigger exposure. Use multiple social media channels to make sure you're reaching customers wherever they happen to aggregate. So even though you might, you know, only think about Facebook, it's good to maybe at least have 2 or 3 that you post your content on a regular basis. So because different ones have different, what I would call shelf life or lifespan, and things turn over very quickly. So you can't just put something on your Facebook page one time and think that you've reached all your audience. And I'll try to show you that a little bit later on when we look at some of the numbers. Make sure your customer brand advocates and partners in your business. Excuse me there. Make sure your customers, make your customers brand advocates and partners for your business. Now, this is, again, very critical. Uh, if you have anybody that has been a good customer for you, highlight their activity. You know, show how, you know, if let's say you're a beautician. My daughter has a business and she does braiding, hairstyle. She always takes pictures after you know, she does a customer's hair, and then shares that on her Instagram page. Well, share that with your customers. Your customers may, man, I've never looked this good, and then they share that picture, and people, who girl, who did your hair? And that shares, you know, throughout hundreds and hundreds of people. So always, if you can, highlight how customers are successful using your product or service, and then be very consistent. Share a you know, share a story consistently. I'm gonna just as we're talking, I'm gonna bring up something here, if I can, real quick, as a great example of a brand that I like what they're doing, and they've been very successful at using Instagram in a way of creating a good brand message. Has anybody heard of this company, Mealy Organics?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is a company that was started a few years ago by a husband and wife team. And you see that they have grown. They pretty much built this business entirely off of social media. And now they have 663,000 followers. And so this is an example of one of their posts. And so they've got a logo. Here's something called Texture Tuesday. And so, as you might imagine, it's all about hair. And so this person here, this is the owner, and she uses herself as a product example. So you see these. So one thing you can see automatically when you look at Instagram is Instagram is all about pictures. You know, and good pictures tell the story. But you know, so here's again example of hairstylist 10K giveaway. So that's an offer for a customer. Here she's got, you know, a little story about the product. Now she, you know, here it says that so since this page was first started, she's done 16,890 posts. And so, you know, we can, you know, just go way back, but you can go all the way back to the beginning. And you see some of this is not, you know, that's probably, that shot there was probably taken with a cell phone. That probably was taken with a cell phone. You got some things that look, she's got a good brand name and the logo, but she shoots the products. But you see everything that's on here is highlighting. Now these are customers. These are some pictures of customers holding the product. Then you see some before and after. I guess this is saying you use this product here. It says May 20. So this is just a great example, really an excellent success story. This company has become phenomenally successful. They started on the south side of Chicago. I think they're in Lansing. Now their product are available in these stores and everything, but very, very interesting company and a great use. And I, as far as I know, I don't think they use anything but Instagram. And, you know, it's been a great way for them to build a company. But that's and what do you know about their customers from looking at this page? Could you tell me who their customers are from looking at this page?
Black women.
Thank you very much. All right. So this is an unapologetically Black oriented product, Black women, and but it just goes again. These all those shots are not by professional photographer. Now, obviously, this is laid out, but you would be surprised. There are a lot of tools that are free tools that you can get on Instagram and Facebook to do these types of flyers and layouts. And it's a lot easier to do these flyers for digital distribution than it is if you were having to print. So the amazing thing is that, back in the day, the only person that could have done all of this kind of advertising is a Revlon, or, a big company with an ad agency. They did all this themselves. And they didn't have to print anything. They didn't have to go to the printer and put the ad in Essence magazine and nothing. All of this, is just pictures and posting it here and sharing it. But one thing that you will maybe notice is, if I bring this up, is over here, here's a post, but this is a customer that says, I have a few questions and ask if you don't mind, my hair is thinning. And so here's a customer asking questions. And then here, they replied to the customer. So this is a conversation. And then it says, someone from our team will reach out to you via direct message to assist you with these questions. So here's somebody that saw this, said, all these pictures look nice, but what about my hair? Asked the question and then got an answer. So, it's not, you got to recognize that when you're on social media, people expect to have a back and forth conversation, but this is a great example. So now what you can do is, you see certain people that are strong in your category, you could follow them. So if I was in hair products or things for Black women or cosmetics, I could learn a lot from just looking at how they've done it and follow some of their patterns. But I think this is a very successful company that I really respect what they've been able to do on social media. All right, let me get to some more important tips here for the time that we have left. So a lot of us start with Facebook. And again, I'm going to go to this another aspect of Facebook, along with the Facebook business page, is you can also have a group page. This is a page that I started for my entrepreneurship program and coaching. And when I started this page, it started with these. This was one of my graduating classes, and it was about 20 people. These are just some of the people that got in the photograph. And so when I first started this page, this group, it had these 12, 20 people. Today, a few years later, this group has 2,200 people in it. And not only can I post information, but they can post information as well. And then you look at like this particular article, it says that 3 people shared that article. Here's something I posted. One person shared this article. I posted this 2 hours ago. And so these are all, what I try to do on this page is share information to support small business, just like the Sunshine page. And some clients and friends I have, I'll post some information. And so one of the things, so the easy thing about Facebook, whether it's a Facebook business page or Facebook group page, is it's very easy to manage this. You don't have to hire somebody. You just can post content and add things you want people to be involved with. It's very easy to maintain. And if you're wondering why it looks a little different, Facebook recently upgraded their platform. And so you can choose a white background or black background, and black is a little easier on the eyes. So this is the Sunshine Facebook page. And what I've done here is I put some links in here of after this workshop, you can go click these links and understand how to, set up your Facebook business page, set up a LinkedIn business page. This is some resources from American Express with a whole collection of resources for small business. And then Robin Simmons from Sunshine, she posted this. There's some nice recorded workshops that you can look at that were part of Black Business Month that were provided by Facebook. So if we click this link here, this will take us to a page, and you can follow how to use some free resources for small businesses on Facebook to understand how to get started with setting up a Facebook business page. So just follow that link off the site. Again, saying that, hey, you want to tell your story, you want to build customer connections. And the goal, of course, is, not just talking to be talking, but to turn your connections with folks into customers. So this is a nice, easy to follow tool. It'll show you right here how to set up. You click that link to create your Facebook business page. You use this to create a business account on Instagram. It'll show you how the basics of posting, the basics of storytelling. And of course, you can use not only pictures, but video, both in Instagram and Facebook, very, very easily. So again, this link is right on our, just when you go to the alumni page, you'll see that's the link that's right here. Now I may move depending on if some more people post during the day. And then when you have a group, again, you can invite your customers to your page, build it up. And but here's the good news about this page and my page is you can use that to build your audience and direct people back to your personal page. So I think here you see this lady, Cassandra Sneed. She's a graduate of Sunshine. She's in the real estate business. So she's posting some information about what she's doing. You can put information in here, how to call you, what your offer is, link them back to your page. Here's somebody else that's a Sunshine alum, John Nance. He's got his website listed, so you can have a link. So when you're posting information on the Sunshine page or the entrepreneurship page, you can connect people back to, this is you want people, if they see something they like, how do they get in touch with you? Do they go to your Facebook page? Do they go somewhere? So it's always a good idea, right up somewhere in the top, give them a phone number, give them a link back to a Facebook page somewhere. They can even place an order. So that's a very good activity to do. Now, if you have a product that is a business to business product, so that means that your clients are typically other businesses. I know Ed Bachner is on the line. He mostly sells his services to business. LinkedIn is a perfect place to have a LinkedIn business page. How many people on the phone today have a personal LinkedIn account, a LinkedIn page?
I do.
People?
I do.
Okay. Anybody else?
He does.
Okay. Now, a lot of people think that LinkedIn is just for if you're looking for a job, but that's not true. LinkedIn is also if you are looking for leads and you doing research on people that you want to market to. So again, you can have a LinkedIn business page. And the wonderful thing about a LinkedIn business page or a Facebook business page, this is the easiest web page you can set up and manage yourself. And it is so easy to set up. You can insert your logo or picture, have your some shared material up here at the top. You can put special offers up, talk about what you're doing. And then when you're networking with people on LinkedIn, you can invite them to your page. And LinkedIn people are all about business. The people that are on LinkedIn are, especially the ones that use it regularly, are 99.99% talking about business, doing business, connecting with business ideas, sharing business information. So again, LinkedIn, if you're a business to business type person, so if you're a coffee shop, most of your clients are consumer. But if you provide a business service, then most of your clients are businesses. So that's why LinkedIn could be a better choice for you as a place to have. And again, these are free. This is like a free website on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has about 900 million people that are on LinkedIn globally. Instagram probably is close to 2 billion. I don't know how many people are on Facebook. It's probably in excess of 2 billion. So these are huge audiences that you have a chance to communicate with. And it really is a good way for you to start when you may not have a fancy website. I really suggest that people at least have a landing page for something. But getting started with a Facebook business page and a LinkedIn business page is a real good way to start. So any questions so far? Anybody have any questions about a Facebook business page?
No.
Hi, my name is Erica.
Hey, Erica.
I wanted to make a comment about the LinkedIn. So I
Yes.
have a business LinkedIn page.
Mom, I'm gonna brush my teeth.
Okay. I have a business LinkedIn page, but I try to connect. So when I say business LinkedIn page for my career, so I'm a teacher, so I'm on LinkedIn as a professional, but they have a feature where you can link your professional profile to a business page. It's a little underdeveloped because you can't access it through the app. It's something that you have to access only through the website. So that's a limitation. So I'm still trying to work with them on that interface where people would be able to access my business page from my personal profile instead of it being a totally separate entity, like me having two accounts.
Okay, yeah, I get that. It is the way it's set up now. You're absolutely right. It is like two different. And so one other thing that I may not be able to get into this today, but I'm going to see if I could find this real quick. It's a little tool called Linktree, and what Linktree allows you to do is to create direct links that take people to different different connections. So
Hello.
let me see if I could. So in Instagram, what you can have a little bio, and what you can do is using this tool called Linktree, you can have these little buttons, and these buttons will be set up to go to a specific website with the person not having to know what that website is. So I don't have time to get into this right now, but take a look at this thing called Linktree. And then what you can do is you can, Linktree is largely used with Instagram, but I think there's a way that you could use it in multiple locations. And there's another tool that you can use too, but what called Bitly, and what Bitly again allows you to do is really come up with a way to instead of giving a person a whole website, you give them a bit.ly link, and then that will take them. So what you can possibly do on your LinkedIn page is have Bitly's that will take a person to your website, to your Facebook page, to your Instagram page, and so you can create your own personal URLs that send people directly where you want them to go without them having to, fidget around on LinkedIn and figure out where they're going. So I will share those two links in a handout that we'll use to, let me, I'm not, but the thing that you really need to do in these things is really look around. And the last thing I want to touch about in the time that we have left is there are some social media management tools that can help you. This is really more for advanced use, but business person, your time is your most valuable asset. And so you may want to devote a certain amount of time per week to your social media efforts. There are tools like Sprout Social, which is a company based right here in Chicago, which gives you the ability to, when you design the things that you want to use in social media, you can set up to where you can automatically post them to LinkedIn, to YouTube, or to Instagram or Facebook. And so right from this platform, you can manage your social media activity. But also this place, Sprout Social, is very, very helpful in learning about certain things like this. This is a short summary on how to create up a YouTube channel for your business as well. Now, if you have a business like one of the businesses that we have here today is the young lady with the lawn care and gardening business. I believe she's on the call today.
Yes, Beatrice Steele with Lawn Care Maven.
Okay, so your business is a type of business that, have you ever done YouTube videos to show how you go about setting up a garden, or before and after, or steps for maintaining your lawn, or different things like that?
I've only done one, and I'm in the process of getting something together for a garden bed that I just constructed. So I just built a garden bed, and now we've got some plants in it and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So I'm looking to do that. Mm-hmm.
So this is an excellent opportunity to create a YouTube channel. And the way you can think about a YouTube channel for your business is it's like your customer support department. So the kind of questions that people ask you all the time, you can create small videos that answer that and place that on your YouTube channel. So when people want to learn about your products and your services, they could browse different videos, how to plan for your first garden, what to consider in terms of how you lay things out. And you could walk people through different examples, and people could get a really good feel. It's like a mini movie. It's like a little commercial. And it's, again, free to do, but you can set it up so that people can really learn a lot about your product or service through having your own private TV channel. I mean, that's exactly what it is. And so on this Sprout Social link, and I think I put this link on our here. think I put these links. So on the page that we'll send out today, I have on the Tech Tuesday page, I have the Facebook business link. I've got the Instagram business link. And then that Sprout Social link is the one we were just looking at. And I'll place these links also on our Facebook alumni page. So you'll get them in this little handout, but you can also get them on our Sunshine social media page. And these are good tutorials on using social media for, you know, how to get started with Instagram. Here it says Instagram billion users. You know, most people are checking Instagram on their phone, so they really, you know, tend to look at it. You know, again, it's all about pictures, but you can have videos too. And so this will walk you through exactly how to get started with setting up an Instagram business page. And that link is shared with everybody on the call here today too. And I don't know if you noticed this, have any of you guys heard about this program here, the Facebook grants for small business?
Yes.
No.
Anybody
No.
applied?
Yes.
Okay, good. Did you hear anything yet, or you still waiting?
Still waiting.
Okay. All right, so Facebook has set up some grants for supporting Black-owned businesses. So I hope that everybody on the call today could take a look at this and fill out an application. You never know what it takes to hear back. But we might as well, for all the time that we spend on these platforms, we might as well get some return love from them. So this is a good tool there. So I believe, again, this link is directly connected to the link that I'm sending out. So if you want to find out more about this grant opportunity, you know, you could just follow through the links that are connected to find about.
Now, Bruce, is that going to be, have you already provided me with that that form, or are you going to be forwarding that to me?
I will send that to you as well.
Okay.
Right after I get off the call here today.
Great.
And then I'll make sure that folks look at this.
And then there's a question in the chat, and the question is Sprout Social comparable to Hootsuite?
Yes, it is. I think the question was, is it comparable to Hootsuite? And that answer is yes. So both of those are social media management platforms. Just so happens that Sprout Social was started here in Chicago, and it operates here in Chicago, but both of them are excellent tools, and both Hootsuite and Sprout have just great learning modules on how to use Facebook, how to generate leads, how to build a database, how to convert it to your CRM system, all of those types of things. So you don't have to be an expert in these areas, but it's good to know the basics and the fundamentals. But those two platforms, Hootsuite and Sprout Social, are good places, along with the platforms themselves, for engaging how to use these platforms to get started. But these are great free tools. But it all goes back to that thing I was saying earlier, that identifying those 100 folks that are your, starting customers, find out how, they want to be communicated with, talk to them, say, go look at their Facebook page, look at their LinkedIn page, see, what they're doing. And when you find 2 or 3 folks that are very active, say, hey, will you share something for me with your network? People contact me all the time and say, hey, Bruce, I want you to post this or share that. And I have different platforms that I can use to put the word out. I did project with Sunshine just last week, where I was doing a program on WVON radio, and Laura Lane came on the show, talked about what she was doing. So use your friends to magnify your business opportunity. So that's, I think, any last questions folks have?
Yes, this is Erica Ferguson again.
Yes, please.
I use Eventbrite for purchasing. I know I just joined. I own a paint and sip company, Pink Giraffe Art Studio. And so it collects my customer data there. And that's pretty much the only kind of data collection tool that I'm using. So I just wanted to know, what would you recommend in terms of, you know, making that process more efficient or making the information more easily accessible? Because I would just have to like run a report for each event to get at least my customers' names and emails.
That's a very excellent question. And I'm so glad you mentioned that, because that's another tool that I really, really think is powerful for small businesses. Eventbrite and Meetup are two tools that I really like. I like Eventbrite a little bit better. But the point is, you want to get your customer information out of there and into your own hands. And so they do allow you to download a what amounts to be an Excel formatted file. And so you can download it into Excel or Google Sheets, and then transfer it to some other type of customer management system. Also, another tool I would recommend people take a look at is MailChimp and Constant Contact, because these are tools for managing that customer list. And you want to, because both of those programs, MailChimp and Constant Contact, are starting to become more social friendly. What that means is, you know, instead of just sending out emails, they will also create LinkedIn posts, Facebook posts, Twitter posts automatically to alert people to special offers and things that you do. So, but the question she had about Eventbrite is very good, because again, Eventbrite is a way to tell your audience that you're having an activity, and that activity could be something in promotion for your business, but also engaging your customers. And of course, today, most of the things on Eventbrite are virtual. So it's a way, you know, like most of you guys signed up through Eventbrite to attend this Zoom meeting. You can do the same thing and have a virtual meeting and invite people to it. But as she asked, you want to not just have your data limited in Eventbrite. You want to take the advantage of, there's a place in Eventbrite where you can download the data as an Excel file and turn it into a name, address, mailing list, and build it out in your own CRM. But that's why I would say take a look at MailChimp and Constant Contact as a way of managing your data. Certainly when you get past 100, then you have to do it. But in the beginning, if you just keep you know, that small database to get up to that level, it's real easy. So I'm going to send out all of these forms that I showed today and some more. And I'm also going to keep posting and linking things to the Sunshine alumni page. And if you, I'll put my number in the chat if anybody.
Yeah, and I want to thank you all. I'll make sure I get that out to you.
Yes.
It is 5 minutes past noon.
Yes.
So if you all have any other further questions, you can always email myself or Bruce. But
Yes.
in the interim, I will make sure you guys get the paperwork. I promise.